Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. This is Coach Shaun Joya for Integrate. We are now on season 2 here at Think Talk Broadcast, the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers of Life Coach Philippines and members of the Coach A coaching community. One of the most fulfilling feeling of being a man is being having a woman that could support him through life's adversity, and someone who can celebrate the wins and also be with there with you on during challenging times and times of failure. But what if your spouse is someone who's far away from you, maybe from other part or regions of the world? How can this partnership work when things are not doing well at the workplace? I'll be back shortly with my guest, Virgilio Marie Hill Sanchez from Mandaluyong City, and this is Integrate. Welcome to the live streaming of Integrate, airing every Saturday at 10:30 p.m. And in the show, I want to help married men who are going through life transitions by helping them gain wisdom and knowledge from successful men who've gone through the same adversities or similar adversities and turning them into opportunities, creating love and safety. The show showcases the stories of men who took control of the driver's seat of their life by developing strategies and tactics and integrating their experiences, their talents, their skills to model this that allows them to respond positively to emotions that's associated to adversity. Many of us experience adversities either in our work, in our finances, in our relationship, in our marriage, in our business, and also our disability. We have experienced some fear, some sadness, some anger, and some, boredom in our life. But these are the things that we are constantly working on and navigating it through life. But you don't need to go through a trial and error phase if you know someone, or what I'm doing here right now is teaching you the experiences of other men out there so you can utilize their wisdom and gain knowledge in there and implement it in what you're going through right now. Broadcast Beyond Borders, I'm currently here in Puerto Galera on the 15th of October in the year 2022. I am Life Coach Shaun Hoya. I'm a professional certified life and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I am also a Master Coach Apprentice of Master Coach A, a public speaker, a coaching entrepreneur, and a mental model collector. I'm a husband and also a father. And, we've been doing this for the last couple of months, and it's a wonderful feeling. And what I do as a life coach, I coach and develop people to help them in their next level career and next level life that they want to live. Our mission here at Think Talk Broadcast is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. And what we envision is to be the go-to network for content and that connects with the mind, heart, and soul through the platform of life coaching. And serving in the digital space, the change that I want to see is I want to stop the generational trends by educating men through lessons of adversity so that they are able to think better, feel better, and also respond better. Now, my guest for today is, married to a wife, Day. They have been in the a distance relationship for the longest time. They've been married for 6 years now. Professionally, my guest has been part of the BPO industry, and he has been in the BPO industry for 16 years and is currently the workforce management head of a Canadian-based insurance and financial company. Let's welcome Hill in the screen. Hey, Hill. Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning for those who are joining us outside Philippines. Sean, Coach Sean, good morning. Good evening. Nice to meet you again. And of course, thank you for having me here.
Oo, maraming salamat, Hill, 'no? Hindi naman natin kailangan laging EOP dito, 'no? Baka nasanay tayo sa call center. English only policy, hindi naman. That's totally fine. And for those who's joining, of course, we were live, everyone. For those of us, who's joining in there, tag your friends in there as well. If you know Hill, yan, tag nyo to. Mapag-usapan natin itong topic natin. And it's something that for me, I've gone through some experiences, but I want to be able to, have you share other people as well going through my introduction with you. But before we do that, di ba, Hill, usually yung introduction natin when we come into a company or we're introduced to our business partner or in at work, it's
Mhm.
common na yung introduction mo kung sino ka, number of years in the industry, what do you do, and so on and so forth. Pero gusto kita i-challenge ha, kung okay lang. I-challenge kita ng introduction. Kung i-introduce mo yung sarili mo for someone who doesn't understand your work, di ba? That does not have an idea of what you do in a workforce management, paano mo ipapakilala yung sarili mo? Like, how would you introduce to our audience who you are and what you do?
Well, of course, you always need to start. You always have to start with uh, what you do, right? So if I do my spiel outside BPO, I would say my name is Hil Sanchez. I'm a husband, and hopefully uh, a father in the next few years, and then also hopefully a good coach or you will be your good mentor later on after this session. I'm not used to this kind of setting when I do my introduction, Sean, but I'll do my best. So bear with me, everyone. But again, if I do my introduction, it's just my background, my personal background, and then when it comes to work, it's just my years of experience in the industry that I'm currently on.
Yun, thank you, Hill. Yun yung wonderful thing. I think yung sometimes we kind of lost track of it, no? Pag nasa workplace tayo, the introduction is just what we do. But on a personal light, meron tayo niyan eh. There are some things that we
Yeah.
do privately. There are some things that we do on a personal level na hindi natin masyado nakikita, especially as leaders, Hill, no? Na hindi naman masyado
Mhm.
napapag-usapan yan. Hill, if there's one thing that you do privately, when I say something that you do, something of a hobby, something that you do on your personal time, ano yung isang bagay na lagi mong ginagawa to utilize that as a distressing, activity?
Yeah, I'm into motorcycle riding right now, Sean. So just recently, actually, just this early year, start of the year, I joined motorcycle riding. So every weekend, I make sure that I have time to get into a motorcycle with friends and then go for a quick
Mm.
ride, get some coffee. That's where I'm in right now. And cooking. That's what I've been doing since the pandemic.
Ah, wow, magluluto. O yan. Cooking and motorcycle. Hill, ano yan? Kung titingnan natin, ano yung common sa cooking tsaka motorcycle riding?
Uh, Prep, preparing, and then of course the satisfaction after, right? So cooking, for you to be able to have a great food after to enjoy, you need to make sure that you have all the ingredients. You prepare your all the ingredients that you need for you to have a great food after. So in motorcycle, it's the same. Before my ride, I see to it that a night before I get enough sleep. I prepare myself, and then I see to it that I have the right gears for me to use when I travel. Because of course, when you go motorcycle riding, you have to be a responsible rider. You have to make sure that you're safe and the people that you're riding with are also safe. That's why you need to have that kind of preparation. So it's somehow same with cooking, right? For you to be able to enjoy a good food, make sure that you have the right ingredients, the right tools that you'll be needing for cooking.
Mm. I like what you said about having the right tools and the right ingredients, no? Because
Mhm.
if we take a look at how we do things in the workplace, no, ito yung mga bagay na kailangan din nating tingnan, no. We need to be able to make an assessment of how where we're at right now as far as ingredients. When you say ingredients, the
Mhm.
people, the skills that you have, the knowledge that you have, and also
Mhm.
the people that you have. He'll, navigating through that, mag-shift ako ng konti, no, from your motorcycle, recent motorcycle hobby to
Mhm.
cooking, and going through navigating that to the workplace. Kung i-describe mo yung typical day mo sa opisina, probably a lot of people would relate with you. Ano yung typical day ni Hill Sanchez?
So it's like a teacher, Sean, right? Every time I do my coaching or I do my one-on-one session with my people, I always make a teacher as an example. Before you go to your work, before the start of your day, you always make sure that you have your goal. So you need to make sure that you prepare the day before. So just like in workplace, right? For you to be
Yeah.
able to excel, you have to be well equipped. You have to be prepared. So you train yourself. You get all those things that will help you develop yourself to be someone that can, or you're preparing yourself for the day. That's how you
Yeah.
do it in workplace. And actually, all the things that you do, right? For you to be able to do what you need to do, there should be a plan or a goal for you so that's meron kang babalikan, right? You always meron
Yeah.
kang guide for you to be able to achieve a certain thing or a certain goal. Ganun.
And that's a critical bit, no? Yung having a goal for the day, preparing yourself to navigate through the day-to-day activities and the day-to-day, requirements and also deliverables that you have for you to go through it, na hindi ka
Mhm.
nalulose track, no? And we've seen
Correct.
countless of time, Hill, no, where you have people, going through the day na highly motivated and so on, pero biglang may darating na sobrang ang daming trabaho, ang daming demands, tapos lagi yung nire-request nila agad-agad, walang walang hindi ka binibigyan ng enough time for you to be able to do the things that you need to do, and unfortunately it's becoming a challenge to a lot of people. You've been in the industry for 16 years. Siyempre,
Mhm.
hindi naman yan yung lahat bed of roses, no? When we go through our career, it takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time, and it takes a
Mhm.
lot of stretching for us.
Yeah.
If you're going to reflect to the last 16 years of your career, ano yung pinaka-challenging experience mo? Something that, have made you who you are today. What is that experience that you went through?
I would say, Sean, the roughest experience that I have, uh, the roughest experience that I had in the last 16 years was actually when I transitioned from a junior leader to a more senior role. So I used to be working in silo. So our team before, Sean, right? We have this certain group that even though we really excel, we don't really connect with others. So
Correct.
during that time, I may be the people that I've worked with may be telling other people or may tell me that I'm doing well, I do good in this in supporting their projects, but the people outside don't know how I really do things. So when I got promoted, I was actually assigned to a complex campaign, and the my
Yeah.
predecessor is actually very well or very well accepted, sobrang galing. So, but he's already being groomed for a higher role and planning to move abroad. During that time, all my stakeholders don't trust me, or they're a bit they're not really
Reserve.
supportive of that move. Yeah, ganon, reserve.
Mm-mm.
So, and worst thing, Sean, is yung mga tao mismo na that I inherited don't trust me or hindi sila believe. So I need to work on my craft. I need to work long hours, even weekends. I have to do things that dapat assigned sa mga direct reports ko. I have to endure that process kasi it's my fault at first. I didn't connect. Masyado akong siloed. So, good thing that I have a very supportive wife, right? Even though I'm working long hours, even weekends, I
Yeah.
use all those time to focus on my craft. Uh, Maganda kasi I have a good support system. I have friends who help me, and then I have a wide network that I can always ask to help me and groom me. And then I have good leaders and family. So that helped me. I was able to overcome that after 3 months of juggling my time and at the same time trying to develop my people. And after less than, say, maybe less than a year yeah, less than a year, I start getting all those praises. I started getting good results, and eventually I got promoted. And now I'm already in a new company, as you mentioned earlier, and then starting from scratch. But it's no longer a problem for me
Yeah.
because I've been in those rough times that I have already the formula how to fix it.
That is beautiful, Hill. No, you put in a lot of wisdom in there. The one is, going through a rough situation doesn't mean that, I've seen that doesn't mean you're weak. It's just a new environment in which you're not used to. Di ba? Stressor usually
Mhm.
yan eh. Pag nai-stress ka, ibig
Yeah.
sabihin hindi ka sanay dun sa environment and you're learning to it and you're navigating it. And you talk about the support of your partner. You talk about the support of your wife. You talk about the support of someone that loves you and really cares for you and understands
Mhm.
where you're going through and is there na even though you're somewhat going through a tough time, di ba? A rough time. Minsan yung mga ganyan na experience natin, hindi maganda yung feeling natin na experience, di ba? And you also talked about yung mga mentors mo, the people that have coached
Mhm.
you, the people that have taught you the necessary skills for you to navigate through it and overcome that adversity. But and it's something that it's of value. And my hope for all of you who's joining right now, we have handful of people who's watching now. He'll know, of course, my better
Mhm.
half, Coach Tin, is there. We also have Coach Lynn. Si Coach Lynn, by the way, has worked with our company before. Ayan, sa
Oh.
safety siya. Ayan, sa
Mhm.
safety in the workplace. Si Coach Al naman from the southern part of the Philippines. And sino ba din?
Mhm.
Si Coach Nord naman from the northern part of the Philippines. At saka si Arnel, southern part. So yun ang mga coaches natin na nanonood dyan. Share this video to other people as well who's going through some tough times, especially kung
Mhm.
kayo ay na-promote at nagta-transition pa rin kayo at nahihirapan kayo. Paano ko na ba ina-navigate through ito? This is a great conversation with Hill. Hill, gaano ka-importante yung support ng mahal mo sa buhay?
Well, importante sa Sean kasi you already have all the stress that you can get from work, right? And you don't want to
Mm-mm.
go back at home and then instead of relaxing and then trying to recharge, there will be another stressor there complaining about you having or not giving time to your family. You're always too much consumed of your work. So it's really important that to also have a good partner who understands. And of course, sa'yo din, no? It's not, it's a give and take. While you are doing all these things, focusing on your craft and expecting someone to support you, in return, uh,
Yeah.
slowly, you should also make some time to explain and then maybe have some commitment that after this, I'll make sure that I'll make it up to you. I'll make sure that I'll spend more time after matapos ko tong yung stage na to. And that's how
Mm-mm.
it worked for us naman, Sean. And uh, ang important doon is alam yung dalawa kung ano yung goal nyo, alam ng family mo kung ano yung goal
Mm-mm.
nyo, and then just finding the right balance. And yun yung important
Yeah.
lang naman dun Sean. The balance sa'yo, sa work mo, and then your family.
Mm. And maganda sinabi mo, Hill, no, na having that balance in the relationship, because it's not all the time that you would be able to give what the other your spouse would need, diba? And
Mhm.
vice versa as well. Especially when you're someone who's just building or still continuing to build your career mo, it can be a challenge. Time is always something that a challenge for a lot of people in the space. And si Hill, by the way, that I shared a while ago, yung asawa ni Hill is working from not here in the Philippines, is working from a different part of the world right now. Paano yun, Hill? It's a challenge now because yung trabaho natin is taking so much of our time and our focus,
Mhm.
pero dagdagan mo pa na in which your spouse, your wife is not with you physically. Paano mo paano mo gina-juggle around yon so that you're able to still continue with that connection with her?
Yeah, so maraming explanation, maraming negotiation na mangyayari, Sean. So it all goes all boils down to communication. You just need to make sure that
Yeah.
you communicate uh, either physically, or you have all the tools that you can use din naman to communicate, right? So you start with agreeing on
Yeah.
something, committing on something, and then allotting time for your partner. So uh, for me, for example, what I do is, and you know this, Sean, right? I always allot time for me to travel back and forth. There will be some sacrifices, but always make
Yeah.
sure that you also allot time for your partner while you do well in your work, and then your partner do well in her work as well. Always have that common space where you can spend time together and take care of your marriage. That's the formula: communication, and then sticking to your commitment.
Yeah, that commitment is something na hindi it's an easy word to say, pero ang hirap gawin, Hil, no? Yung commitment, commitment of
Mhm.
the time, commitment on telling yourself that, hey, ito, boundaries na ito, para sa asawa ko to, para sa oras ko sa kanya to, and I'm gonna really put the effort that I need to do to
Mhm.
give that time for her. Kasi kung wala nga yung clear communication path na yan, there's gonna be a disconnect somewhere. Heal pag mga ganyang situations, and as couples, as husband and wife, meron kang lagi dyan na minsan na loss in translation. Uh, Paano mo navigate yan? Talk about relationship, talking about relationship, which wala siya physically sa space mo. How do you deal with that? Especially when you have other people as well who's wanting your attention. You have your clients, you have your people, you have your direct reports, and other people in your space. Paano mo to ina-arrest sa kanya? Para i-educate natin yung mga nanonood, maybe they're going through the same challenges na nahihirapan silang i-arrest ito sa asawa nila.
Mhm.
Paano ba yung mga technique? If you give them 3 tips that they can start doing and start
Mhm.
implementing, and they can start experimenting kung it's something that would work for them.
Yeah, so actually, Coach Sean, the one that you mentioned kanina, yun yung important, yung effort. Uh, don't get tired of having that effort na mag-effort ka talaga so your work, your stakeholders may be so demanding, but don't let the day
Yeah,
pass without checking your wife or checking your partner. Mag-effort ka pa rin. I understand that you may be tired, but huwag ka
yeah,
mapagod when it comes to your partner, because at the end of the day, kailangan mong bumalik doon kasi
mm,
yun pa rin dapat yung source mo ng lahat ng strength mo for you to be able to start a new day. So if you cannot,
yeah,
if very demanding talaga yung work mo, I don't think na in buong buwan, buong linggo is puro nandun lang lahat sa work. So have an
correct.
effort, take that effort to communicate daily, and then in that 1 month or 1 week, maybe you give some time, bumawi ka sa partner mo para naman hindi niya isipin na talaga nagkukulang ka na at saka very consumed or preoccupied ka na sa trabaho mo. That's number one. Number two, communication. Communication sobrang important yon. You will be doing a lot of explaining and then,
Yeah.
but never get tired. Yung pangatlo siguro, Sean,
Yeah.
is yung trust. Trust is very important. And pangapat pala, I have to add one more thing, yung patience. You have to be very patient sa wife mo din kung o sa partner mo kung nagrereklamo siya. You have to understand and be patient kasi yung
Yeah.
situation niyo talaga is not normal, right? So you have to adapt, you have to do that effort, and then you always need to communicate. Yun lang yung solution, yung formula ko, Sean, actually.
Mm. And that patience and understanding, I want to deep dive further to sabi mong patience. Kasi for us, especially
Mhm.
for men, medyo hindi naman ganun kahaba yung patience natin. No?
Mhm.
We have some of the things, especially if we're goal driven, we're
Mhm.
results driven. Lagi yung dapat nakikita mo yan and you're able to solve the problems that you have.
Mhm.
How is that for you? Like if we're gonna talk about patience, is that something innate to you or winork on mo ba siya? And if that's innate for you, kanino mo siya nakuha? Or kung wino-work on mo siya, sino yung nagturo sa naggabay sa para i-stretch yan a little bit? Sabi ang ano ko diyan, stretching ng puso yung patience eh. Who are the influencers for you specific to your patience?
Ah, ano kasi, so sa lahat ng bagay may tiers, may levels. Kahit sa laro, may level 1 hanggang level 10. And
Yeah.
then sa ah, lahat ng bagay merong exceptions. So,
Mm.
pwedeng hindi ako masyadong pasensyoso sa work, but you have to accept your wife, your partner. Kung yung level of patience mo sa lahat ng bagay is hanggang 3 levels lang, kailangan may special person ka or may special
Mm.
someone ka na pwede mo i-stretch hanggang level 10. So that's how I do it, Sean, siguro.
Agree.
I may be not so patient in work or in other stuff, but I have to be very patient to my wife. Ganun.
May tier talaga, no?
Mm.
You tell yourself or you put that in stone na okay, ito kailangan mo talagang pagtuunan ng more energy. Energy yan eh.
Yeah.
Kailangan mo
Yeah.
i-stretch yung energy mo and so on. Kasi not because you're pleasing the other people, but because you know na mahal mo and you want to be able
Yeah.
to allow that person to be in a space in which naiintindihan ka para maintindihan mo din siya. Kasi minsan 'di ba, sa workplace for example, pag yung mga tao natin parang minsan ang simple lang, bakit nagkakamali pa rin? You
Yeah.
sometimes have that trigger in you at syempre nai-ignite din yung anger mo and some of the impatience that you have. Pero yung tearing na yan and I wanna highlight it to those of you who's joining, baka yun may pinagdadaanan ka ng ganyang situation na you kind of
Mhm.
having difficulties. Paano ko ba ina-navigate to ito, take a look at it. Take a look at where you're at right now on your priorities on your relationship. Sino ba yung kailangan mong medyo habaan ng pisi? Sino ba yung kailangan mong medyo pag-explainan, 'di ba, ng maayos para naiintindihan nila, oh, ito yan kasi ito yung nangyayari. So pag ito yung mga response ko, kalma ka lang. Inaayos ko pa yan. And someone who also, I think you talk about mentors and you talk about people in your space that are helping you navigate through this and find that people as well in your space to help you. We're gonna take a short break, no, for now. But what I would want for you after our break is to highlight kung ano ba yung requirements mo as someone who is now at the head of a BPO company, the workforce management team in there, heading that team.
Mhm.
Ano ba yung mga requirements mo based on your experience when you're finding mentors, when you're finding people that can help you, someone na can give you an open feedback na it's not scrutinizing your work or
Mhm.
giving you criticism, but having a space in which pinapakita sa iyo yung mga hindi mo nakikita. I call it blind spot.
Mhm.
Ano ba yung requirements mo? If you can share that mamaya pagbalik natin, paano ba nila kung sila ngayon ay going through that experience, how do what are the things that they need to consider when they're choosing people in their space for them to be successful. So yun, mamaya, Hill, now we're gonna take a short break at mamaya we'll have a conversation in detail. We'll be back
Okay,
shortly, everyone. Thank you.
sure. Thanks.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
We are back for a second part of the 11th episode of Season 2 of Integrate, brought to you by Cup Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home of professional certified CACC life coaches. Meet our coaching tribe at Cup Republic. We are located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets. That is there in Capitolio, Pasig City in Metro Manila. You may come in for dine-in or visit for our coaching services from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We are open from Saturdays to Thursday, where we have, we go there constantly, and we also have a community night happening every single day at 7:30 p.m. Join us every Sunday. That's Sundays for Life with myself as I talk about creativity. I've realized the importance of creativity in the workplace and creativity as well in our relationship, because at the end of the day, with all of the things that we do, especially with we're navigating through some adversities and challenges and tough times, we're utilizing creativity in there to help solve our problems, and we're able to take a look at creativity in a different perspective, and we're not limited to just the artwork, the artistry, the drawing, the painting, and what have you. Then you are much more open to sharing ideas and knowledge that would allow you to get that innovation in your space. For every Monday, that's Nurturing Monday with Coach Tin. Coach Tin talks about, relationship with yourself and strengthening your relationship with other people. I believe that we live in an environment in which relationship is something that we are constantly in need of developing. It's not something that should stagnate. It's something that we are constantly putting in the time, our resources to strengthen who we are, to understand who we are, and also to understand other people so that we can communicate. Sabi nga ni Hill kanina, communication is key. And that means that we're able to verbalize what are the things that we need, what are the things that we want, so that the other person can understand us and we can understand the other person as well. And you can come together and agree upon the way or the best way forward. Groove Tuesday is all about habits with Master Coach Asmin. Of course, in everything that you do, it's all about habits. Sabi nga nila, we are a creature of habits, and all of the things that we think about, all of the things that we behave is about habits. And if you want to be able to break some of the habits that's not serving you or causing you too much stress or too much pressure, and you need to change, habit creation is better than habit breaking. Purpose Wednesday happens every Wednesday, away on a day with Coach Yourself, for those of you who's going through some challenges on what's the way forward. Where do you want to go? Where are you heading? And what is your true north? If you want to understand what your true north is, a conversation in our coaching conversation with Coach Rizal every Wednesday would help you out to really find that way in a day with your purpose. Strengthening Thursday is Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A. Coaching for the Soul. We're not talking about this, the religion kind. We're talking about your connection with who you are as a human being. We're talking about your connection with your emotions. A lot of times we can get stuck with our work and we tend to forget that we are human beings as well. We know we experience pain, we experience suffering, and we also experience hurt in our relationship. And, it's just a challenge right now for us to be able to heal that. But if you want to start healing that, have a conversation with Master Coach A every Thursday. We're there at 7:30 p.m. If you want to join us and have a conversation with us. And Fab Saturday, if you're someone who would just want to chill after a long weekday and have that opportunity to sing and just express yourself in an open mic, that is Coach Orville taking the lead in there and helping you just start expressing yourself with spoken word or songs. Our coaching hub is also an events place and venue of choice for face-to-face classes and training and private functions. Just connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation. Now, if you are someone who desires to experience transformation in the areas of your health, wealth, and relationship, then I invite you to join us inside the Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors with full access pass to the monthly model masterclass of Master Coach A. That is exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. And by the way, a mental model is a framework. Think about this as a concept or a worldview that you have. And at times we're not able to really deep dive to this and have a deeper understanding of how we see the world. And I tell you, when you have a deeper understanding of what the mental model that you're using, it will be a lot smoother and a lot seamless for you to process and solve problems. Ito yung the beautiful thing about mental models. And if you want to take advantage of this is something that you can do. By the way, Be Learning Society is the tent maker of the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. And the Be Learning Home for Mental Fitness is a facility that we're working on, we're building to help out those people who are wanting to find a safe space for them to start recovering from, bad experiences, start recovering from challenges that they're not able to cope up with and really help themselves out. Or maybe you're someone who's okay right now and you want to be able to next level your life. That is something that the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness will do. And on top of the food and beverage discount that you will enjoy when you take advantage of this every single month, from Decaf Cup Republic, you also get to access to a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines to help you out, master all of the mental models that we're teaching. Think Talk Broadcast is powered by Rise Up Creative Worldwide, the social commerce turnkey solution provider that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to leverage on the power of content marketing to provide value and improve engagement and increase revenue with just the investment of just 5 minutes every single day. Visit www.riseupcreatives.com to learn the benefits of lifetime members like me and discover how you can rise up and be creative in your going business. Yan. Maraming salamat for joining us back here for a second part. Let's welcome back Hill in the screen. Hill, thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Yan, Hill, ayan, hopefully nakapag-inom ka na dyan o nakapagpagpag ng konti. And for the people who's joining as well, Hill, we're gonna play a little game, no? I'm gonna ask you 7 questions, rapid fire questions. We just have fun in here, stretching ng brain a little bit. Simple
Sige.
lang naman to, walang tama o mali dito. Let's just enjoy the moment. Are you ready with my 7 rapid fire questions?
Sure. Let's go.
Okay. Question number 1. What is one thing that brings a smile to your face no matter what time of the day?
Good weather.
Oh, yun. Good weather. Maganda nga naman. Makakapag-smile ka yan, no? Question number 2. What is one memory you have from your childhood? What's one thing that you can remember right now?
Playing with my grandfather.
I love that. Number 3. What is the hardest thing mentally you've ever done or been through?
Well, knowing that someone from my family has a mental illness.
Yeah, that is a tough one. I can relate with you there. Hill, salamat. Thank you for the vulnerability in there, brother. Number 4, who is someone that's impacted your life or helped you become who you are?
Of course, my partner, my wife.
Ayun, si wife baka nanonood dyan. Hello, hello. Maraming salamat for joining us. Question number 5. Ito simple lang to Hill. No? What makes you happy?
Makes me happy. Well, waking up in the morning alive. That makes me happy, of course. To start another new day.
Another new day for you to do the things that you want to do, no, and improve on it. Yeah, maganda yan. Waking up in the morning. Question number 6, Hill. What would be your dream job? If you're given an opportunity to do a dream job, ano yun?
Dream job, landlord. I just need to go down from my room or from my unit and then knock. And then, can I have your pay? Easy, right?
Maganda yun. Parang gusto ko din yan. No? Tapos magtuturo ako after. No? Okay. So, question number 7. Last question, Hill. In the next 5 years, where do you see yourself? If you see that in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself after?
Next 5 years, I hope I'm already retired from my current corporate role and maybe just teaching or just doing some business. That's what I'm hoping for the next in the next 5 years or after 5 years. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, maganda yan. Alam mo ba, Hill, thank you very much, for the vulnerability. You know that 5 years timeline of yours can happen. It's something that you can do and teach as well. Naniniwala kasi ako na madami tayong pwedeng ituro kahit hindi tayo yung nakikita mong educators na kailangan mo magklase and so on, and you get these grades, no, these requirements. But there's an opportunity to teach. Pag-usapan natin mamaya, Hill. May introduce ako sa'yo na something that you can leverage on and take advantage on. We're having some new people joining us as well. Maraming salamat for putting in, saying hi to there. If you can tag a friend or tag some guys in there that you know that's going through some tough challenge, or maybe they're going through a challenge in which yung esposo nila ay nasa ibang bansa, and they have that relationship and this gap and their space, have them tag here. Hill is helping us out and teaching some of the knowledge and wisdom that he has experienced on going through this and also navigating through some tough challenges in the workplace. Hill, before we go on break, I've asked you if ano ba yung requirements? If you're looking for people, if you're looking for mentors to help you out, that you can give trust to them, that they would give you the feedback in an objective way. Hindi lang basta-basta mag-feedback just to make you feel bad about yourself. Ano ba yung 3 requirements mo? Maybe there's someone right now watching us, and maybe in the future they'll watch us, or your kids in the future, when you have kids, would watch this na, alam ko si Papa may ni-record ata 'to, eh. Babalikan ko 'to at papanoorin ko 'to. Ano yung tatlong requirements ba when you're finding people that you can trust or a mentor that you can trust? What are your three requirements for them? How do you choose and pick and choose these people?
Uh, so if I'm looking for someone to mentor, first I'm looking for someone who can motivate and influence Sean. So that person
Mm,
has to know how to start a conversation and end a conversation in a good way or in with the same energy, right? So
yeah,
we I don't want to talk to someone or have someone in my team who gives negative comments. Uh, I'm looking for someone who can motivate the team and also can give me a good conversation because there's already a lot of negativity, right? So maganda na yung
mm,
taong nakakausap mo is someone na makapagbigay ng goal or makapagbigay ng goal sa team niya or sa akin kung ano yung goal niya makapag-share in a good way and in a optimistic way. So yun yung hinahanap ko. And then
mm,
someone who can influence as well, right? If you can
yeah,
comment on something or if you can critic on something, make sure that you have a
mm,
recommendation. Make sure that
yeah,
you have a solution and then you can influence people or influence me to do the right thing. So yun yung hinahanap ko.
yeah,
Uh, what else? Second, someone who I'm also looking for someone na mature. When I say
yeah,
mature, someone who thinks about people, other people first before themselves, right? Kasi
mm,
that's when you can say na mature yung tao, right? If you only
yes,
think about yourself all the time, that means that inisip mo na lagi yung sarili mo, wala kang ibang iniisip kundi yung sarili mo, then you're not open to other things. Hindi ka open sa ideas ng ibang tao. So parang ganun din. If you're going to critic me, then more likely it will be just all about yourself. You're not thinking about your
yes, mm,
teammates, you're not thinking about me, you're not thinking about other people. It has to be collective, right? Dapat lahat yon na consider mo siya. So meaning, mature ka. So, yun yung isa na hinahanap ko din. And then, what else? Lastly, lastly is someone who's agile, nimble, adaptive. So, someone who can always
yeah,
adjust to the current situation or whatever it brings to your life. No? So, if you are that person, then you're someone na hinahanap ko kasi you're willing to adjust, you're willing to adapt. So, more likely, your expectation from me is if you give me critic, if you tell me something that is happening within my space, then the expectation is both of us and the other people can be influenced to adapt as well to any situation or any problems that we may encounter. So, yun siya.
mm. I like what you said about it's not you, it's not solely on you. You're not there if you're finding someone who will help you, hindi yung puros kasi ako yung na-experience ko and so on. Minsan kasi ganyan yung nagiging approach yun, yung mga tao na
Mhm.
ako, teka lang. If you're gonna have a conversation with someone and at times these people that come in our way, minsan nga hindi naman natin natatawag na mentor to heal, no? Minsan kaibigan
Mhm.
natin yon, pero may process na doon of teaching you and helping you out and processing the things that you've experienced so that you can see that in a different perspective. Kasi when the conversation is all about that person, it removes that, exploration part of the
Mhm.
conversation. Kasi nakafocus na lang sa I did this, I did this, I did this, rather than, okay, what are the things that you're doing right now? Ano ba yung ginagawa mo? Ano ba yung mga naging behaviors mo that resulted or yielded you with this experience or this result that you have and what you can do. And for those of you who's joining and maybe you're someone who's going through a difficult times right now and you feel na walang walang nakakaintindi sa'yo. Di ba may mga ganong feeling, Hill, na parang feeling mo hindi ka naiintindihan ng kausap mo, hindi ka naiintindihan ng boss mo, and you feel that you wanna quit, don't quit. Be specific. Like what Hill did is he's very specific about the people that he wants to associate himself with. When I say associate himself with, get wisdom and knowledge from that people. Kasi hindi yan, iba-iba kasi tayo eh. We're different from different people. But when you're clear na, okay, ito yung requirement mo, and my requirement, because this is what I want from that person, and I want to gain from that person, then you are you can easily pick the people that you would want to choose to help you out, to mentor you, to teach you all of the things that they've experienced, so that you can gain wisdom and utilize that with your team. He'll, kanina we're talking about mentoring, and I'm gonna shift a little bit naman to finding teams. Kasi especially you're the one who's heading a very big company, and by the way, Hill is focus is in the areas of workforce management, and workforce management, it's an art and science and a lot of different things that you need to navigate into that. But more than the science is the artistic part of it. And I talked about a while ago when we went on a break, I talk about creativity, on the value of having people who's creative. Hill, ang requirement ko dyan, and I've said it a couple of times, na pag naghahanap ako ng tao, gusto ko yung tamad. I'm not sure if that's the same the way that you approach things and you hire people. Pero how do you hire people? How do you pick people? Para naman in the future, baka na, di ba, yung may nag-apply sa'yo, tapos mag-i-interview sa akin yung head na ng WFM. Parang napansin ko atang in-interview to ni Coach Shaun sa sa Think Talk Broadcast. Papanoorin ko para at least naman alam ko kung ano yung mga tips. Ano ba yung requirement mo for them? Like, what is it that you're looking for people to be part of your team?
Sa akin, Shaun, ano lang willing to learn. Important yon kasi there are a lot of things that you can learn, right? But if you are someone na hindi ma-mentor, hindi ma-coach, then it will be difficult for me to lead you, right? If you think na sobrang galing mo na, you're someone na is already an expert in one field, then there's no room for you to improve, then mahirap yon. You have to be someone willing to accept, you have to be someone willing to be trained, and someone willing to be coached for you to be successful. And then, yun yung important sa akin. And then, second, attitude, yung work attitude mo. You have that certain drive. You should have that drive for you to be able to succeed. If yung contentment mo hanggang dito lang, then same goes. Wala ka nang i-improve pa. Hanggang dyan ka na lang. So, yun. Basic two that I'm really looking for when I do my interviews, I need to make sure that that person is trainable or coachable. Second is ano yung kanina mention ko? Coachable, trainable, and then
trainable, coachable. Oo.
Yeah. Yun lang, Shaun.
Oo. Yan yung value, no? If you want to understand kung anong ginagawa ng successful people, why they're successful, because for those of you joining, it's a constant effort, putting in an effort for you to become a better person, to become a better version, and to have someone who trusts in you. Kasi ito naman, Hill, no, as leaders, we need to be able to empower our team to be in a space in which they know that when they make a decision, you are there 100% to support. But of course, you don't tolerate any attitude or behaviors that's not serving their purpose and also serving the company.
Correct.
And it's something that, as we continue on to navigate through that, as you continue to develop that, for those of you who's joining us, yung mga nakikinig dito, Hill, minsan, tahimik lang talaga sila. Give all the effort in there. Sabi nga ni Hill, and find a mentor, find a person that would help you and teach you to navigate through the adversity that you have, so you don't let go. Kasi madaming nag-quit, Hill, di ba? Na they choose to just, ayoko na nga, magre-resign na lang ako, lilipat ako ng ibang company. But you're not really putting in a time or a opportunity for you to develop something. Kasi yun nga yung nawawala doon. Hill, you've been leading teams. You've been leading a handful of teams, and right now, your scope has broadened.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of people have been talking about mental health and the need to have that work-life balance, no? Pero hindi kasi ako naniniwala sa work-life balance. I believe in work-life integration. Kasi pag work-life balance,
Mhm.
pag hindi mo na balance, magwawala na agad yung utak mo, di ba? Pag
Yeah.
kulang ka sa
Correct.
office, di ba? Kulang ka ng oras sa family mo, and so on, and nagwawala siya. Talking about mental
Mhm.
health, Hill, if hearing through this, going through this, and a while ago you shared to you na part of your family has that. Papaano mo siya pina-practice ngayon sa sarili mo and also sa mga tao sa paligid mo?
Mhm. I'm no expert, Sean, when it comes to mental health or mental illness. I just want to be clear. But at least from the years of experience that I've been in
Yeah,
the company and even in my family, conversations is very important
yeah,
to have that conversations with your people, your family.
yeah.
So hindi dapat mawala 'yon kasi hindi siya pwedeng what do you call this? Parang robotic na meron kang
Oh, by the
agenda
way lang.
every day, may
Mm.
gagawin ka, may list of things that you need to do, and then by the end of the day, wala na. There should be always conversations with your family members and your direct reports. Kaya nga
Mm.
even in workforce, no, usually in a company, yung production people are the only ones who does this coaching sessions or training sessions sa mga
Yeah,
niche or specialized roles. Hindi na masyadong ginagawa kasi bigyan mo lang ng
correct.
task, they should be able to complete it. Now these days, Sean, hindi na siya nag-work yung ganun. There should always have this coaching
Yes.
sessions with them as well. Kasi you need to understand and know kung ano yung current situation, kamusta yung mental state nila, kamusta yung uh, ginagawa nila. Kasi you seldom see people or encounter people na willing pumunta sa boss niya or sa teammate
Yeah.
niya magsabi na, I have a problem, I need help.
Mm.
Walang gano'n,
Yeah.
hindi nangyayari 'yun. Seldom mo lang makikita na yung tao pupunta na or ako pupunta sa'yo, "Sean, I need help. Puwede bang tulungan mo ako?"
Yes,
So,
true.
maganda
Mm.
na yung tao, yung within your circle, you check yung tao sa circle mo, kamusta ka, may kailangan ka bang tulong, is there something else I can do to help you, to develop you, or may ibang issues ka ba ngayon na puwede kitang tulungan? So yun yung important, to have that conversation with your family members and your people.
Yan, maganda yan. Hil, maraming salamat, no? The common theme that I've learned from you is really the value of communication, the value of
Mhm.
having that conversation. And you talk about, moving away from a transactional conversation, kasi at
Mhm.
most often than not in the workplace and even in our relationship, nagiging transactional na na kumusta ka, okay, everything okay. Pag nagsabing okay, okay, diretso ka na agad dun sa mga deliverables and actions, what have you. Start shifting into that, having that relational conversation. When you talk about
Mhm.
relational conversation, you talk about how really is the person. Kumusta yung tao sa pamilya niya, sa asawa nila, sa
Mhm.
mga anak nila, even sa mga kapitbahay, sa mga aso nila, di ba? All of these different things that are important to the individual, and you will never know what the person is going through if you don't have that conversation with them. If you consider conversations or your people as by the way, then ganun din yung magiging respond nila, Hill, di ba? By the way then.
Mhm.
They're not gonna put their emotions, their feelings
Mhm.
in the relationship because they don't feel that they can trust you. So if you continuously build that, and that requires a lot of effort from your end, pero I tell you, pag nagagawa mo yun, it makes our work, di ba, Hill, a little bit lighter. It makes our work
Yeah.
a little bit easier. And it also, when you
Mhm.
have that collaboration in your in the work, then you're each and every one of you is there to help each other. Hindi siya competition.
Yeah.
Nandun kayo para magtulungan ng sarili, ma-fulfill yung dreams mo, and as you continue along as well, satisfying yung needs and your wants as well in the process, and also helping the company bring them to the next level. And also in the future, sabi nga ni Hill, in 5 years, makapag-retire ka na din at magawa mo na yung mga gusto mong gawin sa buhay mo. Di ba,
Yeah.
Hill?
Yeah.
Hill, my show is called Integrate.
Mhm.
I, if you define integrate based on your own terms, in your own words, and talking about our conversation for an hour now, how do you define integrate in your life?
Uh, integrate to me, Sean, is parang collaboration, having these people collaborating into a one certain goal, coming together, parang ganon.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's coming together and really working hand in hand, no? Yan the
Correct.
critical aspect of integration for you. Thank you, Hill. We're gonna about to end the show. If you're gonna give 3 tips, ayan, challenge kita ng konti, Hill. I- when you have kids, and soon you will
Mhm.
have kids, and if you want to leave them behind something that they can go back to na recorded, ito recorded to eh. This is gonna be
Mhm.
in social media for the longest time, and they're gonna watch this. Ano yung 3 tips na pwede mong iiwan sa kanila for them to create a loving and safe space for themselves and family? Kasi naniniwala ako na lahat ng ginagawa natin, especially as leader, Hill, no, yun ang ginagawa nating space sa atin at sa mahal natin sa buhay at also sa team natin is a loving and safe space. 3 tips that you can leave behind them so that they can go back to this and replay it. Ito sabi ng tatay ko, ito sabi ng boss ko, ito sabi ng mentor ko na dapat kailangan ko para mag-create ako ng ganong space.
Uh, Una, you always need to know your purpose or your goal. That's important. You live. Ako, I
Yeah.
always live through my with my goals. So I'm here because I was able to set to stone kung ano yung plan ko. So there might be some deviations, but pwede kang laging bumalik sa default mo, which is your goal. Second, be mature.
Yeah.
Always think uh, think about the people around you kasi they will be there to help you. They will be your support system to uplift you kung kailangan mo. When you're down, if you need something, you have to have those people in support system. Kaya yung maturity important kasi they know na they can also lean on you when they need you. Third is be adaptive or open to changes. Try to be innovative, innovate. Ganon. Kasi uh, yung goal mo kanina, as I mentioned, kung talagang kung yun lang talaga yung goal mo lagi, hindi ka open for changes, then you'll have a hard time reaching your goal. So you need to be nimble. You need to be
Yeah.
someone who can adapt. So yun lang yung 3 things, Sean, for me. Salamat.
Yeah, goal, maturity, then adaptive and open to lasting change. Yeah, maraming salamat, Hill.
Mhm.
Thank you for blessing the space. I appreciate it. Sabi ko nga, madami pa tayong pwede pag-usapan eh. Pero 1 hour lang tong show. But of course, I hope that you can join me again in my next episodes pag may mga topics ako to bless the space with your teaching. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for supporting Integrate. Maraming salamat. And for those of you who's joining, if you're joining us live or gonna watch this on a replay in the future, please do leave your comments in there like the other people who's joining us. Share your thoughts and insights. Binabasa po namin yan. Maraming salamat. Please don't keep us a secret. My heart here is to be able to bless other people, bless other men in there to learn from other men. Naniniwala ako na for us to be able to change the future is to start really putting in valuable content in there and knowledge for people to learn from. First-hand experience from people who've gone through the experience. And Hill has shared to you his experiences. And if you want to know more, you want to connect with him, just feel free to message us here at connect mo namin kayo kay Hill. Kung naghahanap po kayo ng mentor, yan, pwede nyo po. Yan, sabi naman ni Hill kanina, kung kailangan ng mentor at magtuturo po siya. Hill, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you in the back room muna. No?
Aha.
As I close, maraming salamat. As I close this, I'd like to speak to all of the dads, all of the fathers out there. Thank you for being an unsung heroes of the global workforce. There has been a lot of competition that we're seeing in the digital space and in the workforce right now compared to 10 years ago. And there seems to be a never-ending challenge or for us to stand out in the crowd on their tirelessly pursuit of success. But with the reality of the great resignation comes with a great opportunity for every worker to start building wealth and becoming their own version of CEO while still being employed in full time. Now, if you are someone who's planning for your retirement and You want to be able to still continue kasi tayo naman pag retirement may gusto pa rin tayong gawin, and you want to be able to put your heart and soul in this. This is something that you can take advantages. I invite you to embark on the journey of becoming a coaching entrepreneur like us. Connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 as we help you map out your success path as a co-actively co-create life coach certified. The CACC certification program is an international CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units, and CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning with a lifetime access of that web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with senior coaches coaching team. And the program also comes with a done-for-you coaching program. Just connect with Coach Rizal so that you can jumpstart the second fastest growing industry in the world in your space today. Life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace and dynamic business environment. Do join us for the next certification class. Call now, Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to join us in this miracle profession. This is truly a miracle profession, and I am a product for that. Of that. I invite you to watch the other shows hosted here at TikTok Broadcast. Please follow and subscribe to engage in our social media account at TikTok_TV on Twitter and Instagram, and TikTok Broadcast on YouTube. And give us a review. Maraming salamat for the reviews, for your experiences, for partnership and collaboration. We're doing that. We're open to companies and businesses, by the way. Please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. And maybe you want to do this with your company as well, and you want to do some shows in there that would help other people to stay connected and make that engaging relationship. We will be happy to help you. See you in the next episode of Integrate. That's going to be on October 22nd, live here at TikTok Broadcast. Your one coaching thought for tonight is from Monia Khan, and she said that the ocean separates land, not the souls. You know, at times we can to be physically separated with other people, and it's going to be a challenge for us to make that connection. But one of the difficult things that I've seen on, separation is more on the mental and emotional connection. I feel that there's a lot of people in the space right now who's really emotionally, separated. And it's time for us to really have that moment to stop and reflect on where we're at right now and make the investment for you to connect with the people that you love, the people in your team, mentally and emotionally. We are all human beings. That means we are imperfect. That means we have our strengths. We also have our weaknesses. But in our weaknesses, it allows us to open up the doors of possibilities to make that connection with other people. And maybe you're someone who's going through that and you feel that, no one is hearing you, no one is making that connection with you, and you feel that you are separated like two oceans. An ocean separates you. I tell you, it's possible. Make that stretch, make that effort to connect. And if you're looking for the space, visit us at the Kapkapa Republic. It's a safe haven for you to finally make that connection, to be you. Now, you don't have to fake it till you make it. You just need to be you so that you can make your dreams and goals a reality. Life heals and safety saves. Be inspired for change. My show is called Integrate. And what I'm rallying now is helping men to rise up and lead the charge for change. I believe that it's time for us to ignite the mental and emotional abilities of the heart, for us to start healing and help others heal in return by teaching them valuable lessons of life so that they can start integrating their mind, soul, and spirit to finally start living the life and the lifestyle that they want. This is us in the Philippines. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is Coach Shaun, the Joya, broadcasting beyond borders to advance life coaching worldwide. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you again next week for another episode of Integrate. Bye-bye.